Hey guys, how's it going? It is me, Jack here, and welcome back to episode number 2 of our Football Manager save here with Burnley. I hope you enjoyed episode number 1, and we're here today for the first 2 games of the Premier League season, away against Arsenal and at home against Sheffield United. Without further ado then, before we get into this game, let's just dive right into the business that we did in the transfer market. We pointed out that we need probably a Mazzala in the centre mid position. That was a key position in which I thought we were lacking in, and we actually went out there and brought in one. We did spend a lot of money, £21 million. However, we brought in Olivier Ntcham, I think is how you say his name, from Celtic. I think he was the best of the bunch, really, but he can play many positions in the centre midfield. Absolutely everything he can do. We play with the box-to-box midfielder. We might eventually even use a DLP or an advanced playmaker, but we're using the Mazzala, and this is his best role. He's got the potential to be 4.5 stars, and he's 3.5 at this moment in time. I think for £21 million, we could actually probably, if we decide to sell him on, we could make money out of him. But I think him and Dwight McNeil have got to be 2 players that we've got to attempt to build this club around, because, as I say, he's an absolutely fantastic player and hopefully will be fantastic for us in many years to come. And as well as that then, we did sell a player. I was telling you that we wanted to sell Vidra, and it was hard, but we got 2 bids for him off 2 Russian teams, I think it was, and Krasnodar was the one that we accepted. We've been given 6.75 million up front. However, I think it goes to it goes up to about 8.5. Here we go. We get 1.5 million after another 40. This was non-negotiable, so I just accepted it. We're paying a tiny bit of wages. We get 2 installments as well, but whether we get that or not, I do not know. But he's gone. We don't have as many strikers now. I just felt like we didn't need Vidra. We had Barnes, we had Wood, and we had Rodriguez, and I just felt that we didn't need Vidra. So he's gone. They are disappointed with the finances because he was valued at something like 15 million, but I'll take the money. So it means then, at the moment, financially, we are still sat very happily in the green. We have a current transfer budget of around £3 million, and we are under the wage budget rather as well, which is absolutely fantastic. So we continue to do well in that area. I want to have a look quickly at staff as well, because obviously I said that I wanted to bring in some key members to our coaching staff, and to be fair, we have done that. If you look at our coaching staff, we have, I think if you compare this to the coaching team comparison from the first episode, we strengthened, and we've brought in a lot of names, a few names rather, that you might realise. As you can see, we have 6 coaches now. So one of the coaches we brought in is this man, Dennis Bergkamp, an absolute legend of the game, especially in the Premier League. He absolutely tore it apart, with Thierry Henry and Wenger at the helm. A great coach, formerly of Ajax, and I hope he's going to come into Burnley and help us to try and achieve our goals. As well as Dennis Bergkamp, we brought in Sammy Lee, another name that you might be familiar with. He's 60 years of old, a bit more old school, but of course former assistant manager for many seasons under Sam Allardyce. So we brought him here as a coach, and as I say, hopefully he can help us on our way up the league. And as well as Sammy Lee, I think we brought in just one more. Was it this guy? I think it was, yeah, Juan Ibarren. He's another coach that we brought in, a really good reputation, has that world knowledge of Spain and Mexico, and hopefully he can help us as well. I don't know, did we bring anybody else in? We've got Tom Shaw and we've got Billy Mercer as a fitness and goalkeeping coach as well. And of course, as I say, assistant manager Ian Warren here, studying for that Continental Pro license, which you will have seen in the last episode. Right, I think there's just one more thing that I want to show you before we dive right into this first game, and that is the contract situation. Because as I said, right at the end of the episode, you might have seen it, I was planning on giving a contract to one of our players. If you see here by the expiry contracts, you can see here from Kevin Long upwards, these are all the players that are out of contract, but I decided to hand a contract to Jeff Hendrick. I didn't want to lose him on a free transfer, and whether he's good or not, we should be able to sell him on for decent money, so I didn't want to let him go on a free. We've handed a contract to him, 36 grand, and he will be with us to the end of 2022. However, when we signed Ncham, you can see he's actually our most paid player now. He's on £55,000 a week, so I'm hoping he can repay us with that money. But first game of the episode then, Arsenal away. It's going to be a difficult one, but I am looking forward to playing up against Mikel Arteta, in which it will be his first game in charge of Arsenal. So it should be a game that they're expected to win. I was talking in the tactics screen about us potentially making a secondary tactic, like a 4-4-2. I've decided against doing that, just because I decided, you know what, let's stick with this. And if it doesn't work, then of course we can use a different formation and try and implement a different tactic. So this is the thing that I'm going to stay with for now. The mentality might change depending on the team that we're playing against. So for example, Sheffield United, I'm thinking maybe we play a bit more positively rather than balanced. However, against Arsenal, I am going to stick with this balanced mentality. The team that you see on the screen here is the team that we're going to start this first game with, apart from, I'm going to take out, I can't take out Rodriguez for Chris Wood because he picked up an injury, unfortunately. He should be with us probably before that Sheffield United game. Charlie Taylor's back, however, as you can see, match sharpness isn't the best, so I might want to give him a bit of game time before we put him back in the first team picture. As I said, Wood's injured, and so is Eric Peters as well. He's going to be out for the next week or two. And Aaron Lennon picked an injury up as well, but he should be all right to sit on the bench. We might bring him on if we are desperately needing him. So left back, we've had to go with Robbie Brady due to the sort of injury crisis we had at the left back position, but he can play there. But this is the team that we're going to start with for this game. Pope in goal. Wing backs, we've got Loughton and Brady, with the two centre backs, Tarkowski and Ben Mee. I've actually got Westwood in here, and I swear I changed this to Jack Cork. So I'm going to play Cork in the defensive, sort of the DLP role. Brownhill next to Ncham. I still don't know where to fit Hendrick, whether we play Hendrick here or Hendrick there. So for now, I'm going to stick with Brownhill and see what he can do. Goodmanson and McNeil will be on the wings, with Jay Rodriguez up top. And on the bench, we have Joe Hart, Charlie Taylor, Ben Gibson, Westwood and Hendrick, with Lennon on the flank and Ashley Barnes as a striker target up top. Let's get into this then, boys. The first game of the season, away against Arsenal. I aren't predicting too much, to be honest with you. I think a draw would be a great result. However, if we lose, it wouldn't be the end of the world. So if we can lose maybe only 1 or 2-0, that wouldn't be too bad. So as you can see, they've got a 4-2-3-1 lineup there. It's a very strong team, actually. You can see Martinelli making his debut along with David Luiz, and Aubameyang up top there as their captain. Lacazette playing on the right, which might be a bit surprising because they've got Nelson there on the bench, but it's a very strong Arsenal lineup. So let's tell our boys, I know we're the underdogs. Go out there and give the fans a performance to cheer for. And Olivier, on his debut, is looking stressed. Let's just tell them all, I have faith in your abilities. Get out there and make a difference. Olivier is still looking stressed. But let's just get into it then. I can't wait to start. It is a special job. Good players. There we go. Yeah, Robbie Brady. I have the utmost confidence in his ability. And that's what we're planning for. Right, let's get into this then. The first game of the season. I'm really excited for it. These are the settings that I use. I do use 2D. It's just something that I prefer. So let's get into it then. And we arrive here with possession of the ball. Matty Loughton on the right to Goodmanson. Finds Jack Cork now, trying to play it out from the back. We play it over the top of the root ball, and Rodriguez, hello, go on. Oh, probably not the greatest of finishes there. I know in recent weeks they've updated the game, so one-on-ones are a little bit better, but yeah, Rodriguez not doing very well with that there. No problem though, we'll continue, and we're actually, in terms of match stats, we're looking quite good. We're doing really rather well as Tottenham take the lead away against newly promoted Sheffield United, who, as you know, will be playing in today's episode. Good interception there by Ncham. Rodriguez finds Goodmanson. What can we do here with the ball? Kolasinac wins it back, but there's a little scramble here, and Arsenal retain it. We get it back though. Goodmanson, can we start an attack? Martinelli gets it back, and Arsenal can restart from the back. David Luiz finds Xhaka there with a dangerous pass. Torreira to Martinelli. We're expecting Arsenal to have a lot of the ball here, but they're wasting chances here, playing quite direct to the forward. Tarkovsky finds Cork. Let's try and restart from the back. Good ball to Brownhill. That's a bad touch though. And Xhaka finds Lacazette on the right hand side. What's he going to do with it? Plays it inside to Aubameyang. Martinelli's there. Can he whip a ball in? He can to Aubameyang. Can we get clear? Yes, it can. McNeil runs the ball out of play. We'll encourage them though, because they're doing really rather well, considering we're 30 minutes in here into our debut as a football manager at Burnley. Ozil finds Xhaka, finds Kolasinac. Oh, what's he going to do? Good save by Nick Pope. I'm hoping Nick Pope can be our first team goalkeeper for the whole season this season. But to know that we've got another experienced England international in Joe Hart is decent as well. But we're doing okay here. Let's just hopefully keep it up. What's the possession stat looking like? This is going to be important to see. 53% it was. That's decent. Let's see if we can just get to half time here at 0-0. Actually, could be 1 if we can find a goal here. Loughton running with the ball. Tries to play it there on the wing. He can. He finds McNeil. Rodriguez is in the centre. We find it to Brady, who can't find Rodriguez, but it's a promising play. Sheffield United have equalised from 2-0 down. They're 2-all there. Loughton beats his man. Running inside. Still going. Kolasinac intercepts to Nacham. Goodmanson. We've taken the lead. Goodmanson with a phenomenal strike there at the near post. An assist for the debutant Olivier Nacham. We're going to see this here on the 3D replay. It is going to go a bit slowly, but Loughton finds Nacham, who finds Goodmanson, who strikes it there. I think Leno should be doing better. But we take the lead. We take the lead. That is phenomenal. Hopefully, though, you know what people say, you are at your most dangerous point when you are 1-0 up. But hopefully we can take advantage to this, as Lacazette is on the ball now. What can Lacazette do with it? Finds Chambers, who finds Granit Xhaka. Özil on it to Chambers. This would be a phenomenal 3 points, wouldn't it, if we could do it? But Arsenal having to think of something different now. Martinelli on it, who finds Granit Xhaka. Good ball out wide to Kolasinac. What's he going to do? Finds it in the middle on Lacazette. That ball goes over. 2 minutes of added time in the first half. And it is now half time. And we take a phenomenal lead. I'm going to tell the boys I'm very happy with that performance. Let's just continue on and see exactly what we can do in this second half. Hopefully, we can keep a hold of what would be a special victory. And our very first match in charge of Burnley. Just having a little look here. Robbie Brady on a 6.5. But he restarts the play now in this highlight. Cork to me, to McNeil. Over the top there. Socrates intercepts. Xhaka finds it, who plays another direct ball there to the attacking players. Lacazette fires a perfect ball to Aubameyang, who really should be in the centre. That is a beautiful goal. That is a beautiful, beautiful finish there by Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. And that is what a striker of his calibre can do. That was a good goal. That was really good. Nothing you could do about that. Look at this. Lacazette plays a perfect ball across the field. Aubameyang running inside, cuts in, strikes. There is absolutely nothing you can do. What an absolute amazing strike there from Pierre-Emerick. Let's just encourage them on. Nothing we can do about that. We just continue on. But actually, you can see Aubameyang's been moved to the left with Lacazette up front. We have a highlight here. Tarkovsky. Oh, just wide there from Tarkovsky. I'm wondering whether we should do a little bit of changing here. Bend me up to a 6.5 from that 6.2 that I've just seen. I'm going to take off Brady for Taylor. I know Taylor really should be playing probably under 23s football and getting a bit of time, but I want to see what he can do for us. I'm going to bring off Brownhill, play Hendrick as the box-to-box midfielder because he can do it perfectly. It's probably his favourite position. So let's see what he can do, and hopefully we can just continue on here. Because again, a point would be fantastic for us as we do look to see out this game. Everton take the lead against Norwich, and Arsenal on the attack. Aubameyang, it's 2-1. Aubameyang, 2 goals. I think that was a great tactical change from Arteta there. Putting Aubameyang up top, putting Lacazette out wide, and it has worked here. Xhaka finding Mesut Ozil, who plays a sweet pass. 2 great finishes here from Aubameyang. And they now take the lead in this game. Rodriguez, I'm going to come off there. We're going to play Ashley Barnes, and I'm going to play him as a target man and just see what Barnsley can do. we can attempt to get the ball to Ashley Barnes. Let's just see what we can do as Nelson has been brought on here now. He's got a highlight with a free kick. Finds David Luiz, who plays it back to Nelson. This is a weird tactic. Finds Xhaka on the edge. Strikes it. What a save by Pope. Cork scrambles it clear. And I think we've got to try something here now. Just get the ball into the box. Play a bit more direct. Be more disciplined. And I think out of possession as well. I aren't a fan of direct football, but we've just got to distribute it. Take long kicks. Counter press as well. And maybe play him a little bit higher. And let's just see how that goes for the final 10 minutes or so now. Tell the boys, just demand more from them. However, there is actually a highlight. Taylor to Barnes. Finds Cork. Go on, snatch an equaliser. Ashley Barnes. What's he going to do with it? Still running into the box. Barnes. Goodmanson. Oh, it's so close. It goes over. Is that going to be the end of play now, though? It's been a phenomenal game. I think we've done really, really well. But it looks to be that Arsenal will get 3 points thanks to a brace from Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. I'm going to tell the boys, though, we're the underdogs. Despite the result, I'm pleased with your performance. The defence, not so happy with that, but I do think, though, that was a great finish by Aubameyang, that first goal. The second one, we could have maybe done a bit better, but we did okay. We'll have to move on to the Sheffield United match. Arteta, saying that his boys showed just how good they were. I'm not too sure about that. I think they were quite lucky, actually, to win that game there. But fair enough, fair play to them. Sheffield United sit top of the league. Did they beat Tottenham? They did. Wow, they won by 3-2. So obviously everyone hasn't played yet. Sheffield United, top of the tree. We sit in the relegation zone, which isn't the best, but of course, another 37 games to go yet. Anything can happen. But what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to cut out this next bit as we advance to the next game against Sheffield United. And I'll see you for that game in just a second. Right, then we've advanced to the next game, which is, of course, Sheffield United. Just one quick little piece of information to report back. We've had the Carabao Cup second round draw, and we have a difficult tie away against Championship Blackburn. I don't think you're going to see that, though, in a video, so I'll play that off camera for you. Hopefully we progress nicely in that competition, as of course our club vision is to attempt to reach the 4th round. However, they aren't judging us of that, but I think it still would be nice to hit that objective. So for this game then, against Sheffield United, we do have Chris Wood back. Again, he's not very match sharp, and I'm going to let him play 60 minutes against Barnsley's under-23s. However, he will be on the bench. I am going to give another start to Jay Rodriguez. I haven't really tweaked this since the last game. I'm playing Charlie Taylor as well for 60 minutes. I'm going to play Brady again. I'm going to go Brady again. Centre-backs, I'm not going to change, and same with the right-backs. Cork is going to stay in CDM. However, I am going to play Hendrick rather than Brownhill next to Ncham. Just want to see how that goes. And I think Goodmanson, McNeil stay on the wings with Rodriguez. However, as I say, Chris Wood will come onto the bench. Lennon is playing on the under-23s as well. We'll keep Brownhill and Westwood there. Taylor will stay there. Gibson as well, with Hart as our backup goalkeeper. So, let's submit this team then, and we'll go into this match and hopefully try and pick up our first points of the season against Chris Wilder's men, who phenomenally beat Mourinho's Tottenham team. So, they're going to be on quite some high. And as you can see as well, they are playing a sort of 5-2-1-2. Depends how you view this formation, but they have actually got some really quality players. You look at players such as Besic and Jagielka with experience on the bench, and in that team, I look at players like Billy Sharp, Dean Henderson in there, and Sander Berge, who is a really good football manager player. So we'll see how this goes then, and we'll see what we can do. I'm playing with a positive mentality rather than the balanced mentality we used against Arsenal. However, in this game, I'm going to say go out there and give the fans the money's worth. So let's just get right into it then and see exactly what we can do. We've only been 30 seconds in here, and we do have a free kick. Now this will be a good test to see what our set pieces are like. Robbie Brady fires it, and it goes over the crossbar. I think he'd probably be our best set-piece player, to be brutally honest with you. I don't think there's anybody else that we could really use. As you can see, we're the only fixture playing today as well. Everyone else has played their games already. So, yeah, we'll see exactly what we can do. Let's just tell the boys to get creative here in the opening 20, as nothing really much has happened in the way of attacks. Of course, Sheffield United will be a really good team, I think, defensively, so it's up to us to try and exploit that in this game. We do have a highlight with us in possession. Loughton on the wing here. What can he do? Can he find a man in the middle? He can. Hendrick's there, and it's a goal. It goes in. I didn't think that would amount to anything, but Hendrick with his first goal of the season. Dean Henderson probably should be doing a bit better there. Is that a header, I think, maybe that happens here? Let's have a look on the replay. Loughton running into the box, whips it in. The defender clears it. Hendrick literally heads it in. And goodness me, Dean Henderson, what are you doing there? The ball goes into the back of the net, and we lead by a 1-0 here against Sheffield United. Great start for us. Hopefully, unlike what we did against Arsenal, we can hold on to this, as it appears that we're going to see out the first half here. It's been a pretty drab first half, to be honest, and however we lead, do I give them praise or do I tell them not to get complacent? Let's try something different. Don't get complacent out there. Goodmanson switching off, which is a bit annoying, but let's continue on. I'll take a 1-0 as Sean Dyche as it sounds. I'll take a 1-0 just to get that first win on the board. But yeah, 60 minutes in again, nothing really happening. Ben Mee, last game he was the same. He hasn't been very good. I'm going to controversially bring him off, and I'm going to bring Ben Gibson on next to Tarkowski and see what he can do. The wingers aren't doing very well. However, I'm going to keep going for now and see what they can do. Let's encourage them as we get into this. I think we're really controlling the midfield, though. If you look at the midfield battles, we're definitely doing well. Right, let's change this attack up a little bit. Goodmanson is looking nervous. I don't know why. Lennon's going to come on, and I'm actually going to bring on Chris Wood as a striking option and see what these two can do. They're, of course, playing in the under-23 match, but let's see if they can give us an extra goal here. As it appears, this is going to be the only highlight of the game. Or maybe not. There is a highlight. Brady with the corner. Wood with the header. He can't get there. The ball still is alive, though. McNeil finds Ben Gibson. Can he get a ball back out wide? Yes, he can. That's a great ball to Tarkowski, the centre-back. I don't know what he's doing there. Hendrick finds it. Back to Ben Gibson. Fires it to Lennon. We can't get there. Brady gets it back. Come on, get a second, boys. Brady on it. What can he do? Beats Norwood. Beats the next defender. Finds Jeff Hendrick on the edge, who fires it towards goal, and it's 2-0. Get in there, boys. Let's offer a bit of praise there. What a finish by Jeff Hendrick to make it 2-0. 2 goals in this match, and it appears like we have the 3 points wrapped up here. Brady beats Norwood, beats the next defender, fires the ball to Hendrick, and you know from an angle like that, especially with a creative midfielder such as Hendrick, that the ball is going into the back of the net, and we are winning this game now by 2-0. They've brought on Jagielka for Billy Sharp. What are they doing? Why are they doing that when they're 2-0 down? But it appears then that them 2 highlights will be the only 2 of the game. We get our first clean sheet of the season, and it's a win against Sheffield United. Well done, lads. We praise them on a performance such as that. Was it scrappy? I don't really know. I think it shows that we are clinical in front of goal, however. And we shoot up to 9th place in the table. Wouldn't that be absolutely fantastic if we were to finish in such a position? I don't really know what else. Actually, I'm going to praise Hendrick for that performance, though. Wilder disappointed at a humbling defeat. Of course, he will be in a relegation scrap, probably with us this season. And it will be important that they can pick up as many points as possible. And we are definitely very happy with that. So, for the next episode then, I am going to play a round of games off camera, and I think that we come back maybe for Liverpool at home at the end of October and Crystal Palace away. If any games come in between that, then I will come around the end of October time, I think, because that would be nice to see what Liverpool can do. They sit top after 2 games at the moment, and then Palace away against a difficult Roy Hodgson team. So we'll play all of these games off camera. I don't know whether we progress to the Carabao Cup, what that does for this sort of fixturing. So we'll have to see about that. But I'll play about 7 or 8 games off camera, and we'll come back for Liverpool and Crystal Palace. So thank you very much then, guys, for watching. If you have enjoyed, please hit that like button, comment and subscribe to the channel if you have not been subscribed already. And I'll catch you for episode number 3 of the Burnley FC save very soon. Take care, guys, and bye-bye.